Lines up in the backfield again, misdirection. This is Zacchaeus, finds the edge, Zacchaeus lunging, touchdown! Boy, all the misdirection that we've seen from Ben Johnson in terms of the play calling so far. Plenty of Bears that have made the trek here to Cincinnati, making themselves heard. Point after by Santos. The touchdown run to get the Chicago Bears a 4-point lead. Pirine off a bounce. Pirine, boy, takes a hard hit. Vicious hit. Body kind of crumpled to the turf as he pays the price. And Pirine is still down, and now they're calling for the athletic trainers. Oh boy, looks like he's clutching at his right leg. Just hate to see it.
Tough guy.
So here's Joe Flacco. Cincinnati begins at the 31. Tight space somehow. Higgins with a snatch. Incredible concentration. Nashawn Wright as they pick up 8. As we await the call here from Cleve Lakeman.
Ineligible man downfield, offense number 64. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
Here with Cincinnati, his ability to get that ball out, whether it's to Chase or Higgins or whoever, and be able to minimize that pass rush.
Fake the handoff to Brown. And a quick release to the tight end Fance. Arch, what about the psychology for an offensive out? Another flag is thrown about 2 seconds after that play was whistled dead by the near judge.
And by its efficiency and Flacco's ability to understand what the defense is doing pre-snap and either get them into an advantageous or get it out quickly in those one-on-one matchups to his wide receivers. Jamar Chase really has yet to be a factor in this game. That's rare to be in the second quarter.
Chicago, second best third down defense in the NFL. 3rd and 2. Little movement left side. Who moved first?
False start, offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
It's Orlando Brown, and already those penalty numbers already starting to stack up for the Bengals.
It is. That's been the difference in this game. You went from missed field goal. Out of this, most of the time they go to some sort of a zone, but there's always some pressure off of it.
Bears rush 5, and they get to Flacco. And it's C.J. Gardner-Johnson making his first big play for the Bears defense, a loss of 6.
All right, this is a hard package because they put everybody at the line. That time Gardner-Johnson gets to Flacco.
Gardner-Johnson signed just on Wednesday after the Bears had to put Kyler Gordon on IR. What a crazy couple of days it has been, and Gardner-Johnson playing his way into even more serious playing time for Dennis Allen's defense. Duvernay signals fair catch, and Caleb Williams and the Bears. Williams are going to start.
Light off for Thanksgiving. I have a sense that you know, that wasn't.
That's nonsense.
Your house was not the house to go to. Was I correct?
That's incorrect. As Monangai gets out across the 20. Arch, how about the start for Chicago? 12 plays touchdown, 11 plays touchdown. And the time of possession has been all Bears after, again, Cincinnati had that long kickoff return touchdown to start.
Well, I think if you're the Chicago Bears, you have to be very pleased with the way you're running the football with Monangai. 12 carries for 67 yards. Williams has also done a nice job in some of those scramble situations.
Caleb Williams, boy, the escapability, then ran into his own guy. And Cincinnati is going to get this sack. T.J. Slayton got there first, and then B.J. Hill as the Bears lose 7.
This is one place, again, where he just, those little plays, if it's not there, make a fast decision and get the ball out of your hands.
On 3rd and 13, Williams over the middle, gets it to Loveland, the rookie tight end. He's going to be short of the first down. They needed the 28, well short, as they pick up 11. And Cincinnati's defense, Arch, just find anything that they can hang their game.
You know, Cincinnati's defense in their last 2 games are coming off their worst pass rushing games of the season. You're starting to see a little bit more pressure in this game. Some inside pressure, and then the ability to get him on the ground on that pass play.
good-looking punt. Troy Taylor as Jones backpedals. And he's only going to get to the 15. Just tremendous special teams by the Bears. Losses. Chicago's 4-game winning streak snapped last week in Baltimore as they play this road-heavy portion of their schedule. Chase Brown on the take. And he's going to get out close to the 17, maybe the 18-yard.
Players in this back end that can go and play the football.
Flacco gets it to Chase. First catch for Jamar Chase, who comes in the NFL's leader in catches. 42 targets.
10 yards. And his ability to make more after that catch.
Chase Brown taking on tacklers as we go downstairs to Aditi.
Spiro, I've been watching Jamar Chase since he was a rookie, and I can tell you he's expanded his game every year. You see him a lot more in the slot. Arch has talked about how he's a great check-down target as well for Joe Flacco. And Zach Taylor told us that you have no idea how much we put on his plate, and it really is a credit to him how quickly he learns something new every week.
Just amazing, Aditi. Just when you thought couldn't take his game further, just continues to find new heights as the centerpiece of the Cincinnati offense. Flacco, perfect touch on it, and he gets it to Yosivash. A guy who struggled a little bit this season with the drops. Key block on the play by Chase Brown to free Flacco. They pick up 28.
Well, this is the line and gives Flacco plenty of room for him to deliver that football.
Flacco from the gun. Boy, had to go sidearm. Did they get a piece of that at the line of scrimmage? Looked like Montez Sweat. Officials, have they ruled this thing dead? It looked like it was forward progress on the arm by Flacco. There's a clear.
The defense, first down Chicago.
Wipes away a turnover. And the Bengals keep it from the Bears. 42. Flacco comes near side, not even close. Let's bring in Gene's territory. Gene, this was awfully tight. Take us through that sequence.
Yeah, it really was, Spiro. And as you said, all we have to have is Joe Flacco having firm control of the football and his hand moving just forward. In this case, as you showed on the...
Could have made the argument that Sweat also got held on that play by Orlando Brown. Flacco puts some velocity on it. Chase, open field. Chase taking on all tacklers down to the Chicago 5. Boy, all the lethality that he's got in the open terrain.
In the middle of the field. They haven't seen a lot of defenses this season, Spiro, where Chase is all by himself. That is not one that I recommend for Chicago Bears.
Quiet start for Chase. Not anymore. His second catch. Flacco! Boy, put the perfect touch on it for Chase, who just couldn't squeeze it for the touchdown. Boy, he won't miss too many of those thrown. As we got all kinds of stuff happening, pushing and shoving, officials trying to defuse the situation quickly. Multiple flags down in that same area as they get that cleat relaced for Chase. Here's Blakeman.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. However, after the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct number 75 of the offense. It'll be 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Second down.
And that's yards after a big momentous play to Jamar Chase over the middle.
So knocks him out to the high red zone area. Flacco back over the middle, trying to get some of it back. Gets it to Yosivash. Cincinnati, no,
the 5-yard line, and you're pushed back, and you got 3rd and goal. It's tough to swallow.
Flacco, this is going to be incomplete. No flags as Chase again the intended target.
Who would have been open for a play.
Evan McPherson, a couple of weeks away from that game winner against the Steelers. Going to try from 33, and the chip shot field goal is good to bring the Bengals to within a point. Time report. What a 24 hours of sports it's been. We're all a little weary-eyed after watching that Game 7 of the World Series last night. Bills-Chiefs coming up. Would you care to make any prediction on that KC-Buffalo game? Or
I think it could be a classic. Could be a classic. I know, I'm certainly looking forward to good chance you're going to see them in the postseason, but
all right. Aditi.
Spiro lineman Ted Karras, Jalen Rivers, and Jackson Kirkland this week helped build and install.
Just a tremendous job by these Bengals players getting out in their community here in Cincinnati. So Caleb Williams and company begin at the 35. Pitch play Manungai, who's been awfully impressive. There's the flag. Certainly in the vicinity of a potential hold.
Holding offense number 79. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
It's Theo Benedict. Fourth straight started left tackle with Braxton Jones on IR. As we go to New York, let's get an update. Adam Shine.
Spiro.
Wrist during pregame warm-ups.
Oh, you are all
Obviously,
over.
yes. I was keeping close tabs.
Observant gentleman.
Nice looking toss and catch. Colston Loveland, who's been a big part of the story for the Bears, trying to get their young first-round rookie tight end, whom they use such a high pick to take, Arch, trying to get him going. 10th overall pick in the draft.
Yeah, and you know, when you look at Ben said that you've got to be able to find a way to utilize as part of your offense on a consistent basis.
On 2nd and 17, Cincy rushes 4, pocket muddies. Caleb running for it. Well, he's been effective with his legs in this first half, as he's going to get him a palatable 3rd down, coming up a pickup of 13.
Arch, you said that the Bears need to use Colston Loveland more, and that's exactly what Ben Johnson said. His more than catches and touchdowns, and he feels really proud of the contributions he's making otherwise.
Artavidi, Loveland comes off 3rd down, pass a little bit high, and they make the catch with Kmet. Kmet, who again did not play last week, and now he's still down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Chicago 1st down. But now the concern on Chicago's veteran tight end, who's been a little bit woozy as they take a closer look in the blue medical tent. 1st down for the Bears as they work now inside Bengals territory. Back to the ground game. Manungai trying to find the crease. Archie, you've been mentioning some of the accuracy issues, and sometimes it's nitpicky, but you've got Kmet with a lot of open terrain. And
to put a move on a linebacker in space, instead he has to make an acrobatic catch, and he ends up getting hurt on the play.
Williams spins away from trouble, throws across his body, and that's a laser beam. Beautiful pass by Williams, gets it to Loveland. So now with Kmet being examined, Loveland moves up. And this impressive Chicago drive continues.
They've already made him scramble for a run 4 times in this game. That time, he's able to find his wide receiver.
Play action from Williams. Rolling, buying time, and just flicks it out of bounds up that right sideline. Cedric Johnson making his season debut, coming back off that lengthy injury absence, was giving chase for Cincinnati.
Spiro, I mentioned, just a moment ago about Caleb Williams and his scrambling. Today already in this game, he's done a pretty good job of picking up yardage. He scrambled 4 times. Since their bye week, he's only scrambled 3 times total. So in this game, using his legs much more. But I do believe it's at the cost of passing up some easier checkdowns to his receivers as an outlet receiver.
Manungai, he's got a convoy. This is going to be a 1st down run for the Bears, and he's not done. What an impressive 1st half from Manungai, the rookie 7th round pick in his first career start. Bangs him for 18.
Well, this is great vision in really following.
1st and 10 from inside the Bengals 15. Manungai already in what has been a career day for the rookie. Bears averaging more than 7 yards per 2nd and 8 Bears.
If you're the Bears, you want to stay in bounds, and you don't want any incompletions on this next few plays.
Manungai, he just runs so hard. Aditi, by the way, just updating us on Cole Kmet. He is indeed being evaluated for a concussion. I'm sure we'll get something further from her at half.
Moving forward, he's running with great physicality, really taking it to the Cincinnati defense.
Boy, those Jersey guys are tough, aren't they? Grew up in Essex County, Roseland, New Jersey. Former collegiate star at Rutgers having his first big NFL moment. And it looks like Ben Johnson's going to take his first timeout with 1:40.
Would attack Cincinnati on the perimeter.
Williams looking, end zone. Here they come. Williams escapes, looking, fires just out of the back of the end zone. It actually hits the upright. Shamar Stewart and TJ Slayton Arch, the pass rush that has been just dormant here on a day that they're playing without Trey Hendrickson, with everyone covered, finally getting to Caleb. Chicago's going to have to settle for a Cairo Santos field goal attempt from 24 yards. And still, you got 93 seconds on the clock, so this thing ends about as well as Cincinnati could have hoped. They hold the Bears to the field goal, and Chicago pushes its lead to 4.
Cincinnati only with 19 offensive plays in one half of football.
Chicago has dictated the tempo, the pace, and that was after that opening kickoff return touchdown. Nice looking return, Taj Brooks. And good starting field position for the Bengals.
The football.
Flacco takes a shot beautifully. Pinpoint with the pass to Chase. They pick up 21 as Chase masterfully works the sideline.
Just playing their regular defense, but trying to disguise their looks.
Only about 5 yards away from McPherson's field goal range. Flacco puts a man under it, far side. Higgins! Just crazy catch for the Cincinnati touchdown. T. Higgins with a...
in the 2-minute drill.
Remember what Joe Flacco said, the way that these two guys attack the football. Chase and Higgins, who again gets overshadowed here with what Jamar Chase has become.
Analysis of those two plays.
Also Cincinnati calling the timeouts. To put this thing in the position to throw. I'm just calling it like I see it. Look at Duvernay.
There we go.
Duvernay, the all-pro return man. There is a penalty flag thrown all the way back
here, but the key is to get this first down if you're the Chicago Bears to start this 2-minute drill.
Caleb buying himself time, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. Target line for Santos is right around the 37-yard line, his career high.
Green grass probably could have picked up 20-25 yards if he just scrambled up the middle.
Williams looking right, gets it out to Zacchaeus, who had the touchdown earlier. To get him out of bounds, will stop the long return. Quick decision, it's Zacchaeus again. Once again gets out of bounds, heady play for Zacchaeus. First down for the Bears.
Available right now for Caleb Williams with 46 seconds left.
Williams from the gun, first down. Here they come. Bengals rushing 4. Williams running for his life, it seems like all day. Bullet pass is incomplete. Once again looking for Zacchaeus. Good pressure from Osai. One of the key pieces.
Times and has yet to catch the football, and he's been Caleb Williams' #1 target this season.
31 catches on the season entering this one. Williams steps up in the pocket. Williams. That's the quick decision Arch you're talking about as he slides close to the first down. Let's see what the officials mark him here.
They should have time to spike this football. Use their timeout.
They will indeed use their second charge timeout. Williams with a run of 8. Now Williams puts a man under it. Perfect touch. Locates Moore.
You get it?
Just a perfect pass. The concentration. So they deemed that the control came on the initial foot, and they did get that second foot in. So first down, and this is incomplete. Looking for Britton Brown.
Set his feet and deliver the football on time.
Well within the range of Cairo Santos here, so you want to avoid the mistakes. Caleb buying a couple of seconds. Looking, fires towards the end zone, and incomplete. Looking for more. But you would have liked him to run with the football there, but not bailing on his receivers, trying to make a play in the end zone. Chris Jenkins among the men giving chase against Williams.
But Sparrow, I think he picks up 10-15 yards.
He's been great in those scramble situations of getting positive yardage. Here they come, Cincinnati bringing an extra rusher. Williams fires, and this is incomplete. So they missed badly. Zacchaeus, and Williams is still down. He got popped at the end of that play. And
at least get 3 is a win for the Chicago Bears.
Cedric Johnson, by the way, the man who hit Williams, making his first game of the season. Santos misses badly.